everyone, and welcome back to the Baby Channel. We're so glad to have you here with us today. Today, we're diving into a topic that's close to many parents' heart's separation anxiety in babies. It's something that can be really challenging to navigate. You know that feeling when your little one just can't bear to be away from you? It's tough, right? It can feel like you're the only one going through it. But here's the thing. Separation anxiety is incredibly common and a totally normal part of your baby's development. It's a phase that many babies go through. It's actually a sign that your baby's bond with you is strong and loving. This bond is essential for their emotional growth. We all want our little ones to feel safe and secure. And that's exactly what separation anxiety is all about. It's their way of showing they trust you. So, if you've ever felt alone or overwhelmed by your baby's clinginess, trust me, you are not alone. It's a shared experience among many parents. Millions of parents around the world are right there with you. Sharing stories and tips can be incredibly helpful. Before we jump in, if you're finding this video helpful so far, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Your support means a lot to us. We're here to support you every step of the way on your parenting journey. Together, we can make this journey a little easier and a lot more enjoyable. Now let's get back to understanding why our little ones go through this phase. It's all part of their incredible journey of growing up. Picture this. You're trying to leave for work and your baby is inconsolable. The tears, the wails, the tiny hands reaching out to you. It's a heart-wrenching scene that can make any parent feel torn. Or maybe you're just trying to get dinner ready, and your little one is clinging to your leg for dear life. You can barely move without tripping over them, and the guilt starts to creep in. It's enough to make any parent feel guilty, stressed, and maybe even a little bit heartbroken. The constant crying and need for attention can be overwhelming. But remember, this is temporary. It's a phase that many parents go through, and it doesn't last forever. Separation anxiety typically starts around 6 to 8 months of age and peaks between 10 to 18 months. During this time, babies are learning that they are separate individuals from their parents. Knowing this timeline can be so reassuring. It helps to understand that this is a normal part of development and that your baby is growing and learning. It means that with time, patience, and the right strategies, you can help your little one develop a sense of security and independence. Engaging in play and teaching new skills can be very beneficial. Throughout this video, we're going to break down this phase together. We'll explore various aspects of separation anxiety and how to handle it effectively. We'll cover the signs, the reasons behind it, and most importantly, practical tips to help both you and your baby navigate this stage with love and understanding. Gentle techniques and showing affection can make a big difference. Because let's face it, we all deserve a little peace and quiet sometimes, even parents. Taking time for yourself is crucial too. Stay tuned because, in the next section, we'll be diving into the causes and symptoms of separation anxiety. Understanding these can help you manage this phase better. You won't want to miss it. We have a lot of valuable information coming up that will make this journey a bit easier for you and your baby. So why do babies experience separation anxiety in the first place? Well, imagine seeing the world for the very first time. Everything is new, exciting, and maybe even a little bit scary. Now imagine that the person you rely on most for comfort and security suddenly disappears. That's exactly how it feels for your baby when they're experiencing separation anxiety. They haven't developed object permanence yet. This means they literally think you've vanished into thin air when they can't see you. It's important to remember that this is a normal cognitive stage. Their little brains are still developing, and they're just beginning to understand that people and objects exist even when they're out of sight. Think of it like learning a new skill. It takes time, practice, and a whole lot of patience. Around this same time, your baby is also going through a period of rapid social and emotional development. They're starting to form strong attachments to their primary caregivers. And guess what? You're their favorite person in the whole wide world. It's a beautiful thing, but it also means that being apart from you, even for a short period, can feel really scary and unsettling for them. Remember, they're experiencing a whole range of emotions for the very first time. They're learning to navigate feelings of joy, sadness, anger, and everything in between. So it's no wonder that separation anxiety can sometimes feel like an emotional roller coaster for both of you. But don't worry, we're in this together. Now that we understand why separation anxiety happens, let's talk about how to recognize it. You might notice your baby becoming clingier than usual, especially when you're trying to leave their sight. They might cry, scream, or even try to crawl after you. It's like they have a sixth sense for when you're about to make a run for the door. Some babies might even show physical signs like sweating, shaking, or changes in their breathing patterns. These are all perfectly normal reactions to the fear and anxiety they're feeling. It's their way of communicating that they need your comfort and reassurance. In the next section, we're going to equip you with practical strategies to help your little one cope with separation anxiety. So stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe for more helpful baby tips. Now let's dive into some practical tips to help your little one navigate the world of separation with a little more ease. One of the best things you can do is to establish a predictable and comforting departure routine. Babies thrive on routine. When your baby knows what to expect, it can really help reduce their anxiety. So try to make your goodbyes short, sweet, and consistent. A quick cuddle, a kiss, and a reassuring phrase like "Mommy will be back soon" can work wonders. This is not the time for sneaking out the back door. While it might seem tempting to avoid a meltdown, remember that trust and consistency are key. By saying a proper goodbye, you're showing your baby that you'll always come back, and that's a powerful message. Speaking of coming back, let's talk about reunions. When you return, shower your little one with love and attention. Those big smiles, warm hugs, and playful tickles are like magic after time apart. It reinforces that good things happen when you're reunited. And you know what? A little distraction goes a long way. Having a special toy or activity ready for when you get back can shift their focus from the separation to something fun and engaging. Think of it as a happy little welcome home present. It's a great way to create positive associations with your return. Remember, you're building memories and strengthening that unbreakable bond between you. Now let's talk about building independence, one small step at a time. Instead of diving straight into longer separations, start with short, manageable periods of time away from your baby. This could be as simple as leaving them with a caregiver while you run a quick errand or stepping out of the room for a few minutes while they play. The key here is to gradually increase the duration of these separations. Start with a few minutes, then 10, then 15, and so on. It's like a gentle and loving way of showing your little one that it's okay to be on their own for short periods. Remember, you're helping them build confidence and independence, one step at a time. As you're practicing these separations, make sure to celebrate the small wins. Did your little one stay content for 5 whole minutes while you were in the other room? That's amazing. Give them lots of praise and encouragement. Positive reinforcement is so powerful. It shows your baby that you're proud of their progress, and it motivates them to keep going. And you know what? It's not just about praising the big milestones. Even those tiny moments of independence deserve to be acknowledged. Every step in the right direction is a reason to celebrate. Stay tuned for the next section, where we'll be discussing how to manage your own emotions during this sometimes challenging phase. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Baby channel for more helpful parenting tips. Let's face it, dealing with separation anxiety can be emotionally draining for parents too. It's natural to feel a pang of guilt when you see those big, teary eyes looking up at you. But remember this, you are not a bad parent for wanting to take a shower, go to work, or have a moment to yourself. It's okay to acknowledge that this phase can be tough. Parenting is a marathon, not a sprint. It's a journey filled with ups and downs, and it's okay to feel a mix of emotions along the way. The fact that you're here, watching this video, and seeking out ways to support your little one shows that you're a dedicated and loving parent. Give yourself a pat on the back because you're doing an amazing job. Now, let's talk about self-care. It's not selfish, it's essential. When you're feeling refreshed and recharged, you're better equipped to handle the challenges of parenthood. So make time for yourself, even if it's just for a few minutes each day. Take a relaxing bath, read a book, listen to your favorite music, or simply close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. These little moments of peace can make a world of difference. And remember, taking care of your physical health is just as important as taking care of your mental health. Make sure you're eating nutritious meals, getting enough sleep, We know, easier said than done, and fitting in some exercise whenever you can. You don't have to do this alone. Reach out to your partner, family, or friends for support. Sometimes, just talking about what you're going through can make a huge difference. And if you're feeling overwhelmed or like you're struggling to cope, don't hesitate to seek professional help. A therapist or counselor can provide you with the tools and strategies you need to manage your own emotions and support your little one through this phase. There's no shame in asking for help. It takes a village to raise a child. Remember, you are not alone. Millions of parents have gone through this, and they've come out stronger on the other side. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Baby channel for more helpful parenting tips. We've covered a lot of ground today, from understanding the root of separation anxiety to practical tips for making goodbyes easier. But if there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, it's the power of patience. Remember how we talked about those little brains still developing? Well, learning to cope with separation is a process, and like any new skill, it takes time. There will be good days and not so good days. Some days, those goodbyes will be met with smiles and waves. Other days, it might feel like you're starring in your own personal tearjerker movie, and that's okay. The important thing is to approach each situation with love, understanding, and a whole lot of patience. Your little one is learning and growing every single day, and with your support, they'll get through this phase. Speaking of support, let's talk about consistency. Just like routines help your baby feel secure, so does knowing that you'll always come back. It can be tempting to change up those goodbyes or sneak out when they're distracted, but trust me, consistency is key. When you're consistent with your routines and your responses, you're sending a powerful message. Even though I'm leaving for a little bit, I always come back. You can count on me. That sense of security is priceless. It builds trust and helps your little one develop a sense of confidence that will stay with them long after the separation anxiety phase has passed. Now I know what you might be thinking. Easier said than done, right? Believe me, I've been there. Every parent goes through this, and sometimes it helps to hear that you're not alone in the trenches. I remember when my little one went through a particularly clingy phase. I'd be getting ready for work, and the waterworks would start. It was tough, but I learned to lean on my support system. Talking to other parents, sharing stories, and realizing that those feelings of frustration and guilt were totally normal made a world of difference. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Reach out to your fellow parents, share your experiences, and offer each other support. Sometimes, a knowing nod or a shared laugh is all it takes to get through those tough moments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Baby channel for more helpful parenting tips. As we wrap up our exploration of separation anxiety, remember this: you are doing an amazing job. Every day, you show up for your little one with love and dedication, and that is truly remarkable. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day challenges of parenthood, but take a moment to appreciate how far you've come. Each step, no matter how small, is a testament to your strength and resilience. You're nurturing a tiny human being, guiding them through their first experiences, and helping them develop into confident little individuals. Your efforts are laying the foundation for their future. Separation anxiety is just one chapter in your parenting journey. It's a sign of the strong bond you've built with your child. It might feel like a long chapter at times, but like all phases, it will pass. Each moment of comfort you provide helps your child feel secure and loved. With patience, consistency, and a whole lot of love, you'll help your little one navigate this stage and come out stronger on the other side. Your unwavering support is their greatest asset. And remember, you don't have to do it all perfectly. Embrace the imperfections and find joy in the little moments. There will be days when you feel like you're nailing it and days when you question everything. That's okay. Every parent goes through this. Give yourself grace, embrace the journey, and celebrate those everyday wins, no matter how small they may seem. Each smile, each giggle, each milestone is a victory worth cherishing. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more parenting tips and tricks. We're here to support you every step of the way, And speaking of support, we have a special treat for you. Are you ready to unlock the secret to getting your little one to sleep soundly through the night? I know, it sounds too good to be true, right? But trust me, this is a game changer. Click the link in the description below to discover the ultimate trick for a peaceful night's sleep, for both you and your baby. You won't want to miss this. From all of us here at the Baby Channel, happy parenting and sweet dreams.